Hello and welcome back to Conquest Creations. Today we have another new edition battle report. This time we have Minas Tirith fighting Minas Morgul. I'm going to be playing the Minas Tirith army today, and this is one of the armies in the game that's probably got the most extensive buffs with the new edition. My army contains Denethor with some Citadel Guard and Fountain Court Guards, as well as Faramir and a captain with a bunch of warriors and the all-important banner. I've got Denethor, who now comes in with 2 points of might, so he's going to be a lot better at fighting and killing stuff. I've also got the new version of Faramir. Faramir got a massive buff, increasing his fight value and attacks, as well as getting 2 new special rules. One helps him hold objectives, which we're not going to be doing this game because it's to the death, and the other one means that if I'm broken, he'll get to reroll failed wounds and get a free heroic resolve every single turn. On top of that, my regular warriors have gotten +1 fight value, so they're now fight 4, and some of my special troops, like my Fountain Court Guard, have got extra special rules for holding objectives. Again, not too important this game, but just overall, I'm feeling a lot more strength in this army.
Hi, I'm Jude, keen to try out some new games in the new edition. Haven't played a lot of it yet, but keen to get behind the hosts of Minas Morgul and bring in the Witch King, Captain, and a bunch of dudes. So in this army, the regular Orc warriors and the Orc captain are going to be getting Blades of the Dead, so it's going to be helping cut through the Minas Tirith warriors quite nicely. And the new Morannon profiles giving them +1 fight value against men as well, which is going to come up a lot against Minas Tirith. Witch King's gotten a pretty extensive profile revamp, I'd say. He's become a lot less spellcasty and a lot more combat-y, it feels like, and he's encouraged to fight, which I think is a good change, because he was always fighting in the movies, let's be honest. I'm not sure about the Crown of Morgul yet. I'm keen to give it a try. I like that it negates the fearless models and your bodyguard models, so I have to take courage tests. Whether or not that's going to be enough to make it worth the 25 points, find out.
Today's scenario is to the death. The goal is basically just to kill each other. You'll get points if you have a banner alive at the end of the game and your opponent does not. You also get points for killing enemy heroes, killing the enemy general, and breaking the enemy, and finally, quartering the enemy as well. The leader is worth a lot of points in this, 6 victory points in total. There's 5 for killing the enemy general and 1 point for every hero you kill. I've got Denethor as my leader, and he's not quite as scary as the Witch King, but hopefully I can keep him safe and take the Witch King down.
Yes, we're doing to the death. It's going to come down to banner, and if I can get you to 25% soon enough, I think Faramir and honestly just your basic troops are going to do a pretty good job of cutting me down, I reckon, because you've got the fight value for most of your army. Just going to see if the Witch King can shut down Faramir quick enough to make a difference. Honestly, I'm a little scared of what Denethor is going to do to me this game, because he's become, with 2 might behind him and being D6 now, he could just stand in the ranks and kill a couple of Morannons a turn, and that's going to stack up really fast.
I'm higher fight than the regular Orc, so I'm hoping that that's enough just to get me to win enough fights, deal enough wounds, to eventually kill them all.
So we've got the Witch King just hanging out the rear here, ready to fly up his big 12 inches, get a good commanding position. Troops are ready just to move up into the streets of Osgiliath's ruins. I've got the Spectres just ready on either flank. They can sneak up, maybe get some good grabs on people, see how the game goes.
And in my deployment, I have my captain in the middle and then Faramir and Denethor on either flank, but I'm planning on forming a united battle line before clashing with the fortresses of Minas Morgul. Let's get into this game.
And before we get into this game, I want to tell you about the scenery that we're playing on. Today, we're using the Kingdom of Tor Ithelas scenery, and we here at Conquest Creations have designed this specifically with wargaming in mind. If you want to get this terrain or any of our other kingdoms, then you can check out our web store. And at the moment, we have the Kingdom of Noldreth Kickstarter campaign running. While this campaign is running, you can get any of the previous kingdoms or the Conquest Mega Bundle all at a significant discount, so you can get enough terrain to fill a whole entire wargaming club. By supporting the Kickstarter or just buying our terrain, you're supporting the channel to grow and make more videos just like this one. If you don't need any terrain but you want to support the channel, then you can also jump on our Patreon or just leave a like and a comment on this video. Alright, let's get into this game and see how the new edition plays out.
All right, and here we are for the first roll of the game. It's priority. Good luck. I've got a 2, you got a 4. You get to choose who has priority.
Yeah, true. New mechanic.
Yeah.
Loving that. And I'm loving it so much, I'm going to make you go first, I reckon, Jacob.
All right, I'll start moving. And now the priority's been determined, Denethor needs to pass an intelligence check. He's passed it this time, but if he had failed, he would have acted like one of Jude's models this turn, lost his mind, and potentially killed my own soldiers. And in my move, it was pretty straightforward. I'm just running forwards with everyone while leaving my archers still on these rooftops. Because the Witch King has the large target special rule while he's on that fell beast, I should be able to shoot him almost no matter where he is. So I'm planning on using that.
So the warband here is just moving up forward, getting ready to hold down this street and take Faramir's charge. Just sneaking up around the flanks there, the Witch King getting ready to pounce. So the Spectre's going to go forward, and he's going to use his Fell Light ability and try and move one of Jacob's models.
All right, so that means I need to take an intelligence test. Oh, and that is a failed intelligence test.
Interesting.
So that means you can move me my full distance wherever you like.
Yes, I think we're going to go... We're not going to be doing anything too crazy. We're just going to go 1 to there. I'm just going to send him over there.
Cool, just get him out of position.
Yeah, that's it. Then on the other side here, Spectre, going to see if we can keep doing those intelligence checks and keep you out of position for the rest of the game. We'll see how we go, especially once the second one gets stuck in. But otherwise, just moving up with the captain, ready to get engaged. We've forgot to mark it. We've got one cheeky bow shot here at some of the maybe slightly squishier targets we've exposed, but we'll see if it does anything.
I'm going to start out with my Citadel Guard. I've got 3 of them that can shoot, but one of them moved half, all going at that Spectre. Here's the 2 that didn't move. There's 1 hit. I need a 5 to kill him.
Ooh, that
Dead.
hits him. Big.
And now the one that did move will just go to Morannon. He's hit. Need a 6 here. Not a 6. On this side, my 2 warriors of Minas Tirith with bows are just going at regular orcs. There's 1 hit, and I needed a 6, so that is not good enough. Jude's shooting didn't do anything this turn, so that takes us into next turn's priority. All right, it's your choice. Who do you want to have it?
I think it's going to be yours again, Jacob.
Cool. I'll get straight into my move. Before anything else, it's Denethor's turn to see if his mind is broken, but he's passed once again. My movement started with Faramir's warband just going up. Now, I know the Witch King isn't as good as casting as he used to be, but I'm still scared about Faramir just getting assassinated, so I was pretty conservative, just leaving him a bit further back. And on the other side, Denethor and the rest of the troops are just pushing forwards, ready to clash lines with the Morannons across from them.
So we're just preparing ourselves, we've got the 1 captain just in range of charging us next turn, but going to make sure we're not copping a Denethor and a captain straight to the face. We don't really have the power to push back here. But we've got the bow shot ready to go, and then the captain's maybe ready to do some stuff next turn. We'll see what happens.
So you started by moving 2 orcs forwards, and now what's about to happen?
So the Witch King is going to try and go for some spice here, and we'll see what happens. He's going to go big jump. I always forget how heavy these models are. Over to there.
And the spells coming out of him.
Yeah, we're going to go with we'll make it a 2 dice. I'm going to go with a compel on your banner here.
All right, the Witch King casts this on a 3. Can you get it?
He will on a 5.
You got a 5. Now, he doesn't get the ability to re-roll anymore, so good thing you casted that on your first shot. And you can move my banner wherever you like.
Basically back 3 inches to there and be on his own. Just moved up. Unfortunately failed to fell light some people around here this turn, but that's okay. And we're just getting ready to consolidate into what's hopefully going to be a nice gap for us next turn, but we'll see what happens. We got 1 shot at Denethor here. Easy VP, right?
Don't do it.
That's
Hits. You need a 6 to wound me.
Oh,
4's not enough, thank God.
Damn. I was so ready.
My shooting phase was very uneventful this turn, with all of my archers firing down at orcs and not managing to do any damage at all. All right, that takes us into the combat phase. I've got no heroes in combat, but you do, Jude. Will you be calling a heroic?
Yes, the Witch King is going to go for a heroic combat here against these 3 Minas Tirith warriors.
All right. I wasn't really expecting that, so yeah, we're just going to see what happens. You've got a high fight, so I'll set the bar for you. I've got a 5. If you get a
Big
5
5.
or higher, you'll win this.
Ooh, we'll get the 6 with the Witch King.
There you go. All right, you'll knock me over.
Yep.
So you can double your strikes and your strength 6 with the Fell Beast. My model's a defense 6, but we have the shield wall special rule. That means if I'm in base contact with 2 friends, that I will get +1 defense. Now, you are monstrous cavalry, which means I'll be knocked prone, but shield wall is calculated before backing away, while knocking prone happens after backing away, so I will be getting my +1 defense here.
Yeah, all right, we'll go the first attack at the defense 7, so needing 5s with my strength 6.
Yep,
That'll be 2 wounds, that'll definitely get him.
that's 1 kill.
And then we got next attack on the defense 6, needing 4s. That'll get
That's
him as
also
well.
a kill there.
And now I think, I could be wrong here with the monster rules in the game, because I killed everyone I'm fighting, I can make an attack against the support attack.
Yes, you can. So you
Who's-
get 1 attack, I won't be prone.
No.
Just 1 dice against him.
That'll kill
And
him
he's
as
also
well.
dead. Wow.
That's 3 big Minas Tirith dead.
That was great memory and awesome to showcase the new monster rules.
So killing everyone in combat there, we're going to benefit from our heroic combat, and we're going to go straight into that banner that's chilling on his own now, and we're going to see if we can get some headway on the VP.
Yeah, the victory points for killing banners is absolutely massive, so this was a really good play. All right, let me set the bar for you. My 1 bannerman is on a 5 down to a 4.
Oh, we will get the 5.
Yep, you did win that. Can you get the kill? You just need a 4 and you've got 8 dice.
Yep.
This is gonna take a miracle for me to survive it.
Crazier things have happened with Witch Kings.
I'm
We'll get
dead.
him.
All right, that's the end of the turn, taking us into the next turn. I've got a 4 here. You've got a 1, so I'm gonna choose for me to have priority.
You can give it to me if you'd like to, Jacob. That
I
is an allowed
could.
rule.
There is a very, very juicy looking Witch King there that I think Faramir is gonna have a crack at though. Would you like to call any heroics?
It's a good question. I do, between editions, I'm still going to have my Harbinger, correct?
You will still have your Harbinger, and thanks to the new Crown of Morgul, even if I had Bodyguard, which I don't on that side of the table, I would still have to take a Courage Test to charge.
I think we're going to save the Might for now.
All right, I'm gonna have a go at you then. And my move started with Faramir charging into the Witch King. He just barely passed his Courage Test. The next 2 warriors also passed, which is really helpful. So I've got a lot of attacks hopefully going into the Witch King. I've got 1 warrior who's just charging into these orcs here. He's just holding them back so that I get more attacks at the Witch King and they won't fight my spearmen. My other flank decided that instead of running forwards, they'd be running sideways, hoping to move towards the rest of my force so we can get 1 united battlefront. So your movement started by just some orcs shimmying around, but what happened just then?
So the Spectre is just going to take a step up to there, and then he's used his Fell Light ability on this Spearman that's supporting Faramir.
Yep.
Just to pull someone out of that fight.
I did unfortunately fail that, so he's yours to move.
Yes, and he's just going to abandon that fight, come back here. I did move this dude already, so he's not able to get too close to him, but these chaps are going to do their best to gank him.
Yep, so he's just going to get hopelessly surrounded now. That's a good play.
We'll see if it pays off. So we've got 1 archer staying still at the back here. Meanwhile, the rest of the orcs have just migrated this way, surrounding as many dudes as we can, including the poor chap that got dragged away from the combat there. We're going to see if we can kill some Minas Tirith this turn, but unfortunately, we do not have the fight value to beat these guys here, so it could be a short-lived gank.
And the shooting this phase from both sides was very uneventful, with no models being killed. All right, we're at the start of the fight phase, Jude. Anything to declare?
Before we go into actions, I'm going to use the new rule of the Crown of Morgul, and we're going to imbue our sword on the Witch King with magic, and it's going to burst a flame, and we're going to be ready to set some people on fire this turn.
Okay, so that means if I take a wound but survive, I'll be set ablaze, is that correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Fantastic. All right, I'm keen to see that in action. And now we got to talk about heroic actions. I've got priority, so you've got to declare first. Are you going to call anything with the Witch King?
I'm not going to call anything yet.
All right, well, I'm going to call a heroic strike with Faramir. No surprise there. It's only D3, but we're both fight 6 to start
And
with.
I'm going to call a heroic strike to counter that in that instance then.
Yep, absolutely. So you've got 1 might left on the Witch King. I've got 2 on Faramir. I really hope I win that. The fight phase started over on this flanking force where I won the first fight, pushed back some orcs, and then lost the second fight, but didn't take any casualties. In the next 2 fights, I shielded in both of them and won both of them, which was really, really nice because I thought both those guys were dead. And we're now into the main event. It's the last fight of the turn. It's the Witch King fighting Faramir and some friends. We've both got a heroic strike. That takes me to fight 9.
Oh,
You are on fight 8, so
Not
I am
enough.
higher than that. Would you like to use your 2-handed weapon?
I'm going to elect not to at the moment, I think.
You know what? That's kind of fair enough.
Although, as funny as it would be to go for that 6.
I'll let you set the bar because you've got a lower fight value than me.
Yeah, just the 3 attacks now because I didn't get the charge. Oh, we'll get a 5.
Five,
It's not
okay.
shocking.
I'll start with my 3 warriors. They're only on a 3, and then I've got 3 attacks from Faramir now. He used to just have 2. Oh, yeah. I've got no banners. I could spend 2 points of might to match you, but that's just not worth it to me. So I'm going to push back. You can roll your strikes to wound.
Damn, okay. Well, I think we're going to try and get the most out of our set ablaze here.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go for our first attack on Faramir, needing, is he D7?
He is defense 7.
Cool, so 5s.
All right, let's see it.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. Brilliant.
And
Okay.
yeah, that's unfortunate, that is.
Going into priority for the next turn, you won the roll-off and understandably decided to take it. So I've called a heroic move down in here with Faramir. Do you want to counter that with the Witch King's last point of might?
I'm not going to. I think we're going to just try and hold it for defensive purposes at the moment. You've got enough other might on the board.
Yeah, all right. I kind of wanted to draw that out from you, but I can't be too upset about having it, so it's going to go into my move. And with Faramir moving first, he must charge if able to do so. He is just going to go back into the Witch King. The rest of my move just saw me tying up as many orcs as possible, and that went straight into Jude's normal move.
So we've just tied up as many dudes as we can, getting the captain ready to hopefully do something more important with his might next turn. We'll see what happens. And otherwise, just seeing what we can do to get stuck in.
That went into my move. I've decided I've got to give up on my archery. We haven't done any damage so far, so they're just climbing down out of these buildings to go in and join the fight. I had a big choice with Denethor. He could either go around the back or towards the Witch King, and I've decided to go towards the Witch King. He is within 6 inches of him if he wants to try the charge next turn and go for the risky play, which, look, I think I'm going to have to do. And elsewhere, we just engaged. I've decided not to strike this turn with Faramir. I'm going to save my last point of might. You're just too durable for it to matter too much. Are you going to use your last one to strike?
I'm going to hold it for now, and we'll see what we can do next turn. We've got the captain to maybe help out next turn, but we'll see what happens.
The fight started with my captain failing to get a kill, and then I won a fight while shielding, and then one of my Citadel guards went down. He only died because the Morannon Orcs have a new special rule where they get +1 fight against man models, which I am obviously a man. In the next fight, I lost a trapped warrior, and then a Citadel guard pushed back some orcs, and then the orc captain killed one of my Citadel guards using his Blades of the Dead special rule thanks to the Minas Morgul army list. I definitely underestimated how much damage these orcs could put out with the Blades of the Dead special rule. They were able to kill me so easily, so I used the shielding special rule a lot and didn't take too many more casualties. And now we're going into the main event. It's Faramir fighting the Witch King once again.
Oh yeah.
All right, neither of us struck, so we're both just 3 attacks. I'm on a 6 this time. You're only on 5. You can spend your last point of might if you want to.
Force it to a roll off. Ugh. You are needing flat 6s to wound me, and you only got the 1 point of might left, so I think I'll let you put it through.
All right, I'm definitely striking at the Witch King.
Yeah.
6s here.
Do you spend your last might?
I could, but you've got 3 fate. It's honestly tempting, but I'm not going to.
That's
I'm just going to push you back and be happy that I'm still alive.
Yep. Faramir's a lucky man today.
All right, and that goes into next turn, and I'm deciding to use my special rule for my army list called Do You Think the Eyes of the White Tower Are Blind? This means I'll automatically win the roll for priority, and I will obviously choose to give it to myself. Now, after priority's been determined, I need to take a broken mind test for Denethor. He's the one that's just used his gaze into the Palantir to get my priority. I really hope he doesn't go crazy now. And Denethor, don't fail. Ooh, he did not fail. He is a 5+ intelligence.
And Harbinger doesn't affect it, yeah.
Harbinger doesn't affect it, just affects courage, so I have passed.
Yeah.
Now that's your choice. Do you want to call any heroics?
I sure am going to.
With the Witch King?
No, with the captain.
Yeah, all right. And after much thought, I've decided I'm going to call a heroic move with one of Denethor's 2 points of might. This took a lot of thought because I didn't really want to have to do it, but I've decided it's the right play because I can get Faramir into the Witch King, hopefully trap the Witch King, and strike up. It's a 50-50 roll-off. 1, 2, 3 goes evil, 4, 5, 6 goes good. The Conquest dice won't let me down.
Oh.
They let me down. All right, so that is your move with the captain, but it is still my priority.
It is still your priority, yes. So the captain is going to look through the doorway. He's going to come running out, hit this dude's control zone, and then just wrap into Denethor and get him tied up. And we're going to see if this captain can take on the mighty steward himself.
And here we are at the end of that heroic. As you can see, there's a lot of orcs moving in. A lot of stuff's tied up. Faramir is tied up. So that goes into my move now, my normal move. And in here, I have two very important courage tests. I'm going to try to use this Minas Tirith archer to charge the Witch King. Currently, the Witch King's unengaged, so this will tie him up. Here's the first guy. An 8 will be enough.
Oh, even with the Harbinger.
That is massive. So he's just going to charge around like that. And then this one is not actually going to risk the courage test. He's just going to stand here and make you stay in that zone pretty much. This next model who was unengaged is just going to trap your captain. If I kill that captain, you'll only have 1 point of might left on the board, which will give me a big advantage. The rest of my move finished up. I just brought my captain over to this side so his might points can get in the areas that matter most. There's no shooting from me this turn because the rest of my archers are just pushing forwards. Any shooting from you?
There is no shooting, yes.
All right. Any heroics?
The Witch King is going to go for a heroic combat.
That is terrifying because that means if the Witch King gets that off, he can charge into Denethor, but the Witch King is now out of might. Do I want to counter that?
Do you have defense on Denethor?
I do have defense. It is my leader who is worth 6 points in this scenario, but it will leave the Witch King completely exposed and out of might. I'm not going to spend. That might be a terrible decision.
Interesting.
But I'm not going to spend. All right, so it's my one Minas Tirith archer fighting against the Witch King. Here is my roll. I want a 5.
Oh.
That's okay.
I've got 3 attacks and a banner.
Oh, that's big.
Okay, we have a banner.
Please.
Come on, Mordor. Give me that big eye. Oh,
yes.
That is huge.
That is actually so good for me.
And I think I might actually still be trapped in there because actually Faramir didn't charge.
Yeah,
In
so
theory,
you
I'll be
should
able
have
to
a space
back.
to move in there. I don't even care about striking blows. I'm just happy I survived, but I'll go for it. I'll go for the 6x4. No.
Okay, that's a big swing.
That was a big deal. The next fight we have is your Orc Captain fighting Denethor and 2 friends. Do you want to set the bar?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh,
You're on a 5.
Big 5.
Here's Denethor, and here's his 2 friends.
Okay.
Well, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't have enough might. So, you've got Blades of the Dead. Do you want to go for Denethor or the friends?
I think we have to go 2 strikes at Denethor because you've got 2 wounds, 2 fate.
2 wounds, 1 fate, and here's the leader, and you get points just for wounding me.
Then we're chucking everything at him.
Yep.
Oh,
That
and
is
we're going to
1
spend our
wound.
last might to make that 2 wounds.
Sorry, I thought you needed 5 to wound him.
Oh, I do too. I'm not going to spend any might. I'm going to leave it as 3.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll just do the 1 wound to Denethor.
Here's my fate.
Yeah.
Passed it. Oof,
Okay,
Thank
okay.
goodness. And the fights on this flank saw me killing 1 orc in exchange for 1 Citadel guard. I've killed very few models. That was only my 2nd kill, and I think that was Jude's 10th kill so far. So we're starting to run out of models. I need to make some more progress. The next fights saw one of my warriors dying, Faramir winning his fight but not getting a kill, and then I finished off by killing a model with my captain. Up to 3 kills so far. And before we determine who had priority, Denethor failed his broken mind test and I had to use a point of might to win it. We did the roll-off, Jude won it and chose to have priority, so then I called a heroic move with my captain. This has been an expensive turn. Jude, are you going to counter that?
I am not going to.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
So that goes straight into my move. My heroic move wasn't really what I wanted it to be. I've managed to fight the captain with Denethor and my captain, but Faramir hasn't been able to charge, so the Witch King's still free to move. That goes to your move, Jude. I'm a little bit terrified right now. And Jude, your move started with you just tying up my guys in the back, but now it's the Witch King's turn. Where's he going?
He's going to go the best he can do, unfortunately, because everyone's engaged in combat. We can't get any good compels off. We're just going to go into this one dude next to Denethor.
All right.
And
Fair enough.
We're going to see what happens.
And now I want to charge with these Citadel Guard archers into the Witch King. They have bodyguard, so they should be able to just charge, but the Witch King has the Crown of Morgul.
Yes.
which means even if I have a thing that automatically allows me to pass courage test, I still have to roll it. So it's like super terror.
And it's going to combine with the Harbinger of Evil rule, so Jake is going to be not only rolling this, having to roll it when he wouldn't normally, but at the -1.
This is not great. So their courage, they need a 7+, but now it's an 8+. The first one, the
that's
Harbinger
tough to
saved
fail.
you there. I think I've
Yeah.
only got one more in range. Oh, Snake
gonna
Eyes
do
is
it.
certainly not it. So the other two will just push forwards
Yeah.
and be there for next turn. All right, Jude, you've got priority. Where are we going to start?
Let's go right into the Witch King, and let's see if we can do something spicy this turn, I reckon.
All right, I wish I could shield with my Fountain Court Guard, but they no longer have shields.
No.
So here we go.
Ooh. I didn't... Okay, we got the 5. I saw the 2, 3, and the 1, and
So you've won that.
Yep. And now we're going to elect a barge here.
Okay, so now barging means that you're going to make me go this direction. I would bump into him, but you're going to choose for me to go and make way. So they're both going to go 3 inches. And unlike last edition, you now go D3 plus 3 inches instead of D6. But I don't think you're going to need to even roll this one because I reckon I know where you're going.
Yep. We're just going to go right into Denethor here.
Absolutely.
And we're going to see if we can snag ourselves a steward.
The next fight saw my archers getting 2 kills. I'm up to 5 kills, and these archers are really representing for my army at the moment. The next fight saw me take a wound on my captain. The orc captain just needed 4s to wound, thanks to his Blades of the Dead special rule that he gets as part of Minas Morgul. It's really powerful. Across the rest of the fights, there were no more casualties on either side, but we've got one very big, important one. It's Denethor fighting the Witch King. I'm fight 5, so I'm going to set the bar for you on a 5.
Okay. We will get the 6.
There's the 6.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, this is not looking good.
4s to wound you, D5? Or is it
Yeah,
D6?
that is 4s to wound me.
Okay, we're going to go 8 dice, and we're going to hopefully get 2 wounds here to go, yeah. That
Yep.
will finish off
That
Denethor.
is Denethor dead. Priority went to Jude. He won the roll-off again, but I've called a heroic move with my captain. I called it in here because if I didn't call it, the Witch King was going to charge me and probably rip me to pieces. So he's just going to charge into this orc captain and wrap around, and I'm going to take a bunch of courage tests to see if I can tie up the Witch King. I failed 7 courage checks in a row, but the 8th one made it in. The Witch King's tied up. Yeah, it's not good.
We just got stuck in, consolidated up. We've killed a lot of dudes around the back ranks now. We're starting to really clean up the Minas Tirith men here, and we're just swarming up onto all these dudes that failed their courage test.
All right, so starting with the Witch King, I'm just going to fight. I'll set the bar for you. I want to do a wound. Oh, no.
Oh no. Okay, we will get the
Got
5.
it. Now, do you just want to kill me?
I am not going to kill you. I'd much rather throw you at your friends.
All right. So you're going to do a brand new hurl, new
I
rules for
am.
hurl this edition.
So first off, we're going to see what distance we're playing with. So D3 plus the difference in our strength,
Yep.
which is your strength 3, I'm strength 6.
Yep.
So this
Difference
plus
is
3.
3 plus 2, so you got a
So
5-inch
5-inch
range.
hurl. Oh, we've got Faramir just within range.
Yep.
I think that's too tempting. I think we're gonna lob it at Faramir.
All
and
right.
just see what happens. First off, actually, I need to make an intelligence check. So the Witch King will be something like that.
That'll certainly pass as intelligence. We
That
don't even
will?
need to check it.
No.
So that means that the model being hurled suffers 2 strength 6 hits. So start with that.
So 2 of them. He
I'm
will
alive.
survive.
Okay.
Interesting.
So he'll just place here, and he is knocked prone. And now Faramir will take a strength 6 hit and also be knocked prone.
That's no wound on Faramir.
No wound,
Oh.
but being prone kind of sucks. All right, well, that was the first hurl that I've seen in the new edition.
Yeah.
And Faramir just rolled a 3 high on 6 dice because he shielded in that fight. So just roll to wound now. You've got 2 regular orcs
Yeah.
and a Morannon spear supporter. I'm defense 7, so I think it's still 6s all around.
Yeah, 6 all around. He's courage.
Courage
He
good.
It's 5. Is it 5 plus? Oh no, it's a 4
4
plus
plus
courage.
courage.
So that's like courage 6, and I'm strength 3. So
Exactly. All right,
Yeah.
6s all around.
yeah, let's do it. Ooh, that is 1 out of the trait. 1 wound so far. Oh, that's 2 wounds.
That's not good because I took a wound earlier in the fight. I've got 2 fate points here and 1 might point. Oh no!
Oh.
Faramir has
gone.
been slain. All right, guys, things are looking remarkably grim for the forces of Minas Tirith this game.
Oh, yeah.
My captain lost the fight, took a wound, but his fate point kept him in the fight. And then my archers got another kill. Now, we've just counted up the kills. They killed 1 in shooting, and that's 4 in combat now. I've only killed 7 models in total, and these 3 archers are responsible for 5 of them.
That's mental.
The next few fights saw me lose 2 more models, which has broken the forces of Minas Tirith. All right, you just won the roll-off for priority. What have you decided to do?
So what we're going to do, we're going to give Jacob priority here.
Okay, so I can move first, I can do my stand fast. Fantastic,
Yeah.
right?
But I'm going to then call a move with the captain here.
Okay.
My last might point. And we're not going to call with me. And we're then going to charge the captain and his friend there.
Wow, so basically, you let me move first so that I have to take the courage test, but then use the point of might to make sure I couldn't get the stand fast.
Yes, that is what we've done.
That is a big brain play. I'm going to fail so many courage tests right now.
We've got the Witch King in there, just ready to do that Harbinger. Let's
All right.
see what happens.
All right, starting here. Go on. Next one. 7 is gone.
Yeah, the Harbinger.
Next one.
Gone. Jesus.
8.
6 around.
All right, he'll take a courage test to charge the Witch King. Hey,
Oh,
all
God,
right.
fair enough.
He's doing okay.
That's not allowed.
We'll go with this guy up here.
Gone.
Snake Eyes. That's a fine way to get rid of a Snake
Yeah,
Eyes.
yeah.
This one here.
Yeah.
He's good. He will just charge an Orc.
Avoid the terror of the Spectre.
I've got this one in here. He's
Right.
gone. We've got this guy here.
6
He's
around.
good. I'm going to take a courage test to charge the Witch King. He's good again.
Okay.
If I can trap the Witch King and have a miracle occur,
You could definitely get the Witch King.
I can get him. And he's worth 6 points in here.
Mm.
The next one, he's failed. So you won't be trapped no matter what happens. And then I've got my 3 archers, the 3 heroes of this army. The first one,
Sticks around.
He's good.
Of course he does.
the next one, oh. And the last one has
No.
failed as well.
So we've just moved everyone in, making sure we get surrounds on the dudes that we can, getting our 2-handers into combats, and we're just going to see if we can mop up the rest of Jacob's forces this turn.
This fight phase went rather poorly once again. I've taken a lot more casualties, meaning that I am courted, but we've got 2 fights to go. I want to try to kill the Witch King, and then I want my captain to get a kill. Both of these are worth points.
Oh yeah.
The Witch King set the bar on a 3. I'm on a 3 as well.
Whoa.
Not good enough, so you will win that. Do you want to just kill me?
I am going to just try and kill you here,
Yep.
I think. I think that's the go. That will
That
with the
will
strength 6
kill me.
of the Fell Beast.
So it's my captain versus your captain. I've also got a friend.
So have I.
I'm on a 4.
I'm on a 3, I've got a friend.
My friend
Yep.
is on a 4 still.
My friend is on a 2, so I've got...
You've got the banner.
We got the banner. Captain's going to take the banner. Do we get the big finish to this game?
No.
we do not.
So that goes to me. All right.
Interesting.
Your defense 5.
Yeah.
So it's 5s from my friend.
That's a wound.
That is a wound. And then for the captain, it's 5s as well. That's 2 wounds.
You got to do the captain's fate. That's gonna
Oh,
pass.
he has passed. Just alive.
Damn.
And at the end of the game, Jude will score 5 VPs for killing my general. The Witch King's obviously still on the table, so I'm getting no points there. Jude will also score 5 points for breaking me. I'm again scoring 0 points there. He'll score all 4 points for having a banner and me not having a banner, as well as another 3 points for quartering me. He gets 1 victory point for each enemy hero that was removed as a casualty, so there's 2 more points there for him. So the final score is 19-0, which means somehow I wasn't beaten by the largest possible margin. Let's go, Minas Tirith.
Yeah. Yeah, that went a lot better than I thought it would for Minas Morgul. That is a scary army. I have to pick up some Orc Warriors myself, I think.
Well, that was my first crushing defeat of the new edition. It was always coming. It's just unfortunate that it had to happen here on camera. I do think that Minas Tirith is a very solid army. I think that maybe I wasn't the pilot for it today. Anyway, this has been Conquest Creations. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out the Kingdom of Noldoreth Kickstarter or our Patreon. And if you want another free way to support the channel, just leave a like, comment, or subscribe. All right, thanks for watching, and until next time, have a good one.